Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah. 1 week until Christmas, so we're just working on some really fun, simple ornaments. You can kind of revamp them or use them as is for like gift tags. This one's a little bit more of a ornament, but this was also kind of a revamp of our Christmas tree ornament up here. Super fun, super simple. Just kind of turned it into a three-dimensional tree. Tonight we're going to hop into the candy cane that we started last week. I think we're just going to do kind of like a woven, something woven on a back stitch. So all we're going to do is take our two strands of white embroidery floss. We're going to do a back stitch. We're going to do it at an angle and in rows. I think we're only going to do like one, two, maybe three. And we're just gonna, I think, do a woven stitch into the back stitch. Nothing super fancy. I just wanted something that wasn't just the back stitch, I guess. So I might do just like a chain stitch on the other one to kind of compare and contrast, because you'll be able to see what the chain stitch looks like as we are working on the project, because that will be the base for the woven portion. So I think oh, I was gonna say, I think I stole my needle and put it somewhere else. Okay, so we're just gonna thread our needle here. And give it a couple knots. But not that kind of a knot. Uh-oh. Maybe let's undo that so we can focus on this guy. Maybe. And I'm thinking tonight is going to be relatively painless. Well, yes, painless, but quick and easy. We're just going to finish up the candy cane, and then that's going to be it for tonight. Just kind of short. It's been one of those days. So let's see. I want to keep this because my circles are rarely ever truly circles. We cut these together. I want to kind of keep them together. So take these pins. That's not very centered, is it? Oh, we were going to round out the corners. Okay, let's do that before we get too carried away. Totally forgot. Not going for like super perfect, just taking the sharp points off, I guess. Yeah. Let's do this guy while we're here. We got our scissors out. Seems kind of one I did a little steeper than the other. That'll do. Okay. Cabanasi, welcome. We're just working on these little candy canes. I don't think we'll be super long tonight. We're just gonna get these guys taken care of and call it good. Okay, let's see. I originally, so after the live stream, I was playing around with these and I was like, oh, we could do the cute little like a heart, and that would be darling if you wanted to do that. I don't want to cut out more of these guys, so we're just doing one. Um, okay. Do you think you can use some polyfill with it? I totally think that this one would be perfect for polyfill. Um, my brain just has to remember the details, you know. I'm gonna make my way through this 10 pounds. Someday. I'm just gonna have to like have a decent sized large project. Okay. So, oh goodness, my hands are so dry. I've been moisturizing them all day, but you know, as soon as you wash your hands and then you dry them, you need more moisturizer. I'm working from home. After tomorrow, I'm off for 2 weeks. I will try and remind you. Thank you. I need all the reminders I can get of anything polyfill. Just I gotta remember. Okay. You know, let's do the back stitch. My brain is telling me just to do a chain stitch. My brain is also telling me that might be the wrong term. So hang on, I'm rifling through my book, making sure the chain. 169. Wow, that seems. Oh yeah, no, it's the chain stitch. Okay, good. So chain stitch is really simple. And it adds just a, oh, that was backwards. um, just like a little loop almost, if that makes any sense. I keep catching the knot on the back side. Okay, hang on. Push that guy out of the way. The trick with either the chain stitch or the back stitch with any kind of a pattern on it is that you'll have to have your stitches pretty even. That's kind of twisted. So let's go this route. It's kind of an awkward angle. Okay. I have to make sure that I do it this correct side. Okay. Uh, I'm not doing it probably the correct technique, but I'm sorry, I'm really nervous today. With Christmas coming up, I really don't want to attend one of the events with how things are. It basically will mean not interacting with a big portion of my family anymore, and it's a big deal. Oh my gosh. Ugh, scary. I mean, big changes. Um, oof. We have like I don't have any of my family near me, so we moved even farther away. And that was something I was aware of. I think the move for us was really good and beneficial for our family. Um, but I'm excited because that family is coming, some of that family is coming to visit. But I don't know if they will continue with that tradition. Um, so I'm trying to enjoy Christmas, I guess, this year. Because I think it will maybe be the last time I get to do it with my family. So big, big emotions. I think Christmas brings out big emotions for everybody, various reasons, right? Like everybody's experience with Christmas and family is all different, and I'm starting to curve this chain stitch and I'm trying to bring it back. Ooh. Okay. Oh, tree down. I think that's cute. We'll do one more, and then I think that's what we'll just do on both sides. I was overcomplicating this, and I needed to remind myself to keep it simple. Chain stitch is perfect. Okay. I'm glad you get to see some of yours this year. Yeah, it is not a case of logistics like it is for many, more so me making a big decision. I think the chain stitch works well for this. Big decisions are big. Okay. So the chain stitch is fairly directional, right? So the loop is on one side and the V is on the other side. So I'm gonna start um, down at the same kind of end, and then I think I'm gonna knot it off so that I can, I think, like start down here, do one, and then come up here and do the other. So it should lay pretty. Yikes! What happened? Okay. It should lay pretty well. I'm not gonna do any other stitches to tack it down. I think I need to make these guys kind of small so I can get 2 stitches in. Otherwise, it's just gonna be one chain stitch, and that may look kind of funny. And also trying to, because I'm not doing any other stitching to tie like to tack the felt down, I'm trying to catch as much as both layers as I can. Okay. Oh, there we go. I should have used a pin to pin that down. Let's do that real quick. Just kind of hold it out of the way with a pin real quick. And cool. I definitely don't think we will need any more thread than what I've got on my needle. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna just so our line kind of brings it to here, and then I think evenly spaced we'll have one about here. So ish, kind of, sort of. Maybe I need to put that pin back. Yep, let's do that. Let's put the pin here. It'll help us tack it down, but also a reference for that line I think will be perfect. Okay. I feel like I went from elaborate with the snowflake to the star is actually probably the easiest, but only because I traced a cookie cutter and didn't do an outline stitch at all. You could definitely dress it up more, but these got progressively easier as we went. That was not by design. I didn't have a full plan, and I kind of still want to do the angel. I just don't know if we're going to get to it before Christmas. I also don't know if I'm going to do a live stream on Christmas Eve, just because we'll have people here, and we are Christmas morning going to be doing Christmas things, family, all that. So I think I just need to come up with something for Thursday. And I don't know if the angel will be a one-shot kind of a ornament. We can give it a go. Just have some doubts. So, it's I think if I can get it drawn out, maybe we'll see. If I can like trace out the lines that I need to follow. I can't believe you won't stream while your family's over. Priorities. Listen, I mean, they might go, like, they're not staying at our house, so they're staying locally, but yeah, no. They might watch it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just, need a getaway and why not? But I don't want to make any promises. I think it's more like making sure that I get enough sleep. um, we'll see. Okay. That's way cute. I think that's darling. I'm super happy with that. Let's tie a knot on the back. Super simple, like I said. Pin this down. Nobody wants to deal with that. And then we can do the other one. I kind of want to try and line it up so that it is similarly like upright. So it's not like when we add the tie at the top to hang it, it's not hanging upside down or something weird. Could be fun. I don't know if that means something. Okay. So that being said, let's put that there, and I'm going to put this here. Oop, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we have the one pin holding the two sides together. And then I'm gonna use 2 pins to pin it in place, and it should work out really well. Okay. So I'm gonna keep with the same like 3-line idea. I think it worked really well. It was pretty slick. I don't love the pin placement of this guy right here. So let's move it. Something a little friendlier. Okay. That's still that's where I want my hand to be. So let's try. If I want to go that way, let's try it down here. I don't know why. Like, wasn't that where it was on the other side? I'm telling you guys, it's been a rough day. Okay. Gosh, I'm excited. I was trying to come up with like the most elaborate stitches ever. I'm so happy that the chain stitch just kind of like, yep, it's simple, but I think it has just the right amount of texture to it. Because you know on candy canes how they have like the thick line and then they've got extra thinner lines around it. That's why I was going for an elaborately fancy stitch. That was very unnecessary. I think this is perfect. I think if you had like a sewing machine that had one of those like star stitches almost, like our snowflake asterisks. Um, sorry, I have to step out for pep talk with partner. Have fun. Don't forget to be peppy. I think if you had a sewing machine and there's like an asterisk, I added too many S's to that, sorry, stitch all in a row, I think that would be really, really cute because it would kind of look like snowflakes, I think. Okay. And I also still want to do the whip stitch around the border. I think that's what's going to take us the most time. And we'll do that in red. I think that would be super cute in red. So long as the red matches. Oh. I think my red floss that I have out is a little bit more, it's got a little bit of blue in it because I like a little bit more blue tint to my reds, but this felt is not. So we'll have to pull some other threads and see what we have. Not a huge deal, just one of those things. Okay. Pull you out. And bring you down. Okay. Nope, wrong side. Yikes. Huh. Okay. Let's bring it to the back. We'll pin it up. Pin that up. I don't even know. Let's take a bigger pin since we've got some layers in here. Want just a little bit more length. One more for good measure. Oh, okay. Let's thread the freshly cut end then. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I am hoping I have enough thread. Oh yeah, no, I should be good. Okay, sorry. So cute. Oh. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, I thought one of these little shadows on my pin cushion had the head of one of my pins, and my pins aren't my, well, applique pins are not deep enough or long enough to like hit the bottom of the glass and still stick out. So they could actually get like stuck in the wool, which would not be ideal. I need to move that. Okay. Oh, dang it. I did it last time too. I want one kind of where the line will be to help me visualize where this bottom one should be. Okay. Yikes. My tail's a little short. Okay, there we go. And wrap it. Oh, I gotta. There we go. Like I gotta get rid of that weird little tail. It's throwing me off. Don't know why. Okay. That was way harder than it should have been. Okay. Let's put our pen. And 2 more stitches. One more. Maybe. Oh, for heaven's sake. Nope. Let's do this then. That was a lot harder than it should have been. Sorry, guys. Okay. A few knots, and then we can do our, well, let's find our red stitch to do, or red thread to do our whip stitch all the way around. Because it'll be terrible if it is just clearly the wrong shade of red. That would be sad. Okay, so the red that I have, or the red that I have out, I guess I should say, is this. And it's not bad. It would totally work. Let's see if we have something like perfect. Because I've got some options. That one's not bad either. Oh, that one just feels like it's just the right red. Let's go with that. We're gonna go with first one. I don't need to go through 5 million reds tonight. That sounds terrible. Let's do, since we're going to just do 2 strands, let's do it shorter rather than longer. Because I only need it to get me around a third of the way, essentially, with knots and tails and such, but 1 and 2. Maybe put that red off to the side so I don't get confused. my goodness, it's so curly. It functions to store it this way if you do friendship bracelets or something that is not going to necessarily mean you have to deal with the curl all the time. And I'm dealing with the curl all the time. I don't know. I really like working with my, oh dear, clothespins for my pearl cottons, but they are not great for the more, oh my gosh, synthetics, because they just unravel. I mean, it would have unraveled on its original little spool. It wouldn't have mattered what it was stored on. So the clothespin at least will like pinch it, but okay. All right, rhythm, let's do this. Always seems like it takes so long to get into a good rhythm, or I just don't get in one. So it just takes so long. Starting off strong with a adjustment already. I didn't pin it in any other place besides the one. It's gonna be a great day. The day's almost over. Maybe that should be my mantra. The day is almost over. I can do this. We're almost there. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Maybe we're getting into a rhythm. Don't want to jinx it or anything. Okay. My stitches are not always perfect. They're not always, or they're never going to be perfect. I think the only way that you could really do that is if you used like a Busilla type template, right? Like everything's printed out. This is the circle that you cut. These are the lines that you stitch over. Like that, in my mind, that is the only way that this would ever turn out perfect with like evenly spaced, even lengths, all of it. Oh, sorry, little tree. I'm just gonna keep knocking you over because you're kind of, in between here and my pin cushion. I don't want to say in the way, but okay. So excited. Oof. They're getting wider and wider apart, sorry. Let's try and bring them back. The back side is also going to be Well, it's not that bad. Could be worse. Okay. And I feel like we are finally getting to a point where I can like sit down and wrap a bunch of packages. But I know as soon as like you start and then you make really good progress and then there's always those last minute stragglers and you're like, I love wrapping. But once I put it away, I'm like, I don't know I did it. I'm done. What happened? Why didn't we get the memo? Okay, I think I'm going to do maybe one more and then tie a knot. I want to make sure I give myself enough thread to knot with because I think we're like almost halfway. So we've got a third and a third. So I'll have like a little bit of a chunk, I think, that will have to be on a new thread, which is totally fine. Okay. Maybe we probably don't need that. Okay. I feel like I'm keeping you guys terrible company tonight. I'm so sorry. And there we go. Just wanted to make sure it caught on the previous knots. Little tail. Okay, let's get 2 more strands. One and 2. Okay. Let's see if we can thread the needle. Yay. I had such a heck of a time with that first one. It just kept splitting all the time. Kind of a pain. Oh, I learned a new trick on like doubling up my thread. It wasn't really like a trick per se, just something new, and I could have totally done it. It was essentially just using one strand of floss and making it twice as long and folding it in half, right? Like that makes sense. But on the back side, you essentially do like a slip knot kind of in order to knot it without tying a knot. It was pretty cool. Could have applied that knowledge tonight, and I did not. Sorry, guys. We'll see what Thursday brings. Okay. Let's hopefully get right back into that groove. Yeah. Just kidding. Ay, ay, ay. I jinxed it. Okay. I'm gonna get to like, oh, I should just put like a pin. If I put a pin here and I get to this point, that's where I need to stop to put in polyfill. I just have to remember that that's why I put the pin there and not just to like hold it all together. It's not in the normal direction I would pin things, so hopefully it stands out. And if I just keep talking about it long enough until the stitches get me there, I don't think I can talk about it that long. But one of the things I mentioned earlier, like the Busella, that like if you just cover all of their lines on their kits, um, I have a few kits. I haven't even opened one of them, but um, the first two that I have started, I have noticed that they like to do a lot of sequins with seed beads on top. They'll do like a polka dot and just like a tiny little dot of ink, and that signifies a sequin with a seed bead. And it is a time-consuming. It looks really good. I understand, but it takes time. And you know, but I was thinking like that would be really cool around the perimeter. So you would sew it down with like the coordinating floss, and then you would come back in and take just a single thread, I believe, if memory serves, um, to sew down the bead onto the sequin. And it's just really, it's kind of showy and it's just fun. And you know, on a Christmas tree covered in lights, those sequins, because they're not just a flat, they have, you know, a little bit of curve to them and the angles and all that kind of stuff. Um, they would catch the light really pretty. Okay, here's my pin. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put my needle in so that I can do polyfill. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that much. Like, I don't want it to be like in your face, but we'll get some in there. We'll see. You can always take it out. Okay. Can also squish it down. Maybe. Now it just kind of looks like a cookie. It's definitely the background. I know it's the background. It looks like cookie dough. And it would look like it, like the snowflake looks like a cookie to me as well. But I think that's actually kind of cool. So you can kind of see the difference. This is without any polyfill, right? It's just kind of flat. It does have the dimensions from the felt and the stitches, but the candy cane, I think I'm just going to keep it this poofy. It's got some polyfill in it. It's got 3 dimension to it. It's, you know, it's got a little poof. So you could kind of see from the two of them, because the tree I did polyfill in, but it's so hard to tell because of the shape of the tree. And I don't think I would have done polyfill on this one, or I don't think I should have, because it has the 3 dimensions on the front. Just having it with polyfill kind of seems silly, um, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, whatever. But I think it's a good kind of comparison. You guys can kind of see which one you like a better. If you like the flat, go with the flat. If you like the polyfill, or you're like, no, fill it more, go for it. I feel like I probably should fill it more, but I'm not going to. I think I need to pin this because it's gonna wiggle all over. Nope, not that one. We'll do a couple. I don't know if I necessarily need this second one, but why not? I used to not be a penny, like, nope, I can just hold it or what, like I don't need pins. But I think it was kind of like, when you paint a room and you tape off everything and then you still have to do touch-ups when you take the paint off because it wasn't perfect the first time. If you use the right tape, that's not an issue. If the tape is on a good surface, also not an issue. But it comes in handy if you are painting up against woodwork that you don't want paint on. You can cover the woodwork with tape. So similarly, pinning, I don't always pin, but when I do, it's to make my life a little bit easier, in theory. Okay, we'll take this one out because now we're just sewing over it. I should have timed myself if the candy canes took longer than the edge. Okay. I keep looking at my thread like, am I gonna have enough? I should have enough. Am I gonna have enough? I don't even need that second strand. That's wild. Okay. I mean, sweet, but uh-oh. There we go. It was off to a weird angle. It wasn't a big uh-oh. I apologize. Okay. Let's actually bring that in at kind of an angle so that this looks just a little bit more even. I'm going to shorten the tail a little, tie a few knots, and then we'll tuck it in. Might have to trim some felt off of that knot because I'm pretty confident I just pulled in some felt fibers, but that's okay. Okay, not bad. And tuck it in. Okay. Kind of squish that polyfill around so we kind of fill up that bottom area a little bit better. Let's see. I think we can just double up our 2 strands into 4. Maybe. We'll see. There might have been an easier way to do that, but okay. Tie our knot. Trim our threads. Maybe. There we go. And we have a candy cane. Started off with a snowflake, tree, second tree, little star, and now we have our fun little candy cane. So, kind of a short night tonight. We didn't even make it an hour, guys. Like, it took an hour. I know we prepped a little bit last time, but it took an hour. The first two took 2 hours each. I don't remember the second tree we did with the star and then the candy cane prep. I'd have to look and see how long that live stream was. But like I said in the beginning, it's just going to be a short and sweet stream tonight to get that candy cane done. And then one more on Thursday, I think. It'll probably be the angel. I don't know how long that will be, but I might try and like sketch it out onto felt in advance so that you guys don't have to painfully watch me do that because I am not sure about how to. I think a black background. I know black is very not traditionally Christmas, but I feel like a black background with either a shimmering like metallic thread on it in a contrasting color or just a simple color will give it the contrast, and it's not going to be a traditional like white and gold or um, I just think it'll give it a different kind of pop. You can do whatever colors you want, but I'm thinking black as my background, and I think I need to figure out like if a pencil will work or chalk or I don't know. So that's kind of where we're at. Thank you so much for joining me and following along. Um, my stitches are terrible. Don't look at that side. Look at that side. Thank you for following along and joining me. And hopefully it's inspiring to pick up some needle and thread, try something new, or revisit something old if you've done it before. I love inspiring teaching. If you guys have questions or stitches or needles, I might not have the answer, but it will definitely spark an interest in me to go look it up. So, happy to share that with you guys and love that you guys follow along. So, have a wonderful Christmas if I don't see you guys on Thursday, but you should definitely come back on Thursday. Otherwise, Merry Christmas. Hopefully, you made some ornaments. Bye, guys.